Do you think applying for SSDI benefits after age 55 is complicated? It's actually simpler than you might think, especially when you know the steps. SSDI can provide financial support for those who are no longer able to work due to a serious medical condition. And for older workers, the process considers your age, which can sometimes make it a bit easier to qualify. My name is Kaitlin Wildoner, and I'm an attorney who helps disabled clients obtain their disability benefits as quickly as possible so they can focus on getting better. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through step-by-step the SSDI application process so you know what to prepare, how to apply, and what to expect. First things first, make sure you're eligible for SSDI. You do need a medical condition, whether that's physical or mental, that's severe enough to stop you from doing substantial work. And that condition must be expected to last at least 1 year or be life-threatening. As an older worker, you also need enough work credits, which are earned from your long years of paying into the Social Security system through your past work. The good news, if you're 55 or older, the Social Security Administration knows that it's tougher to retrain for new work, so they use a little bit of a more lenient standard, the Medical Vocational Guidelines, or the grid rules for your disability application. This can be a pretty big advantage depending on your situation. You can also check your work credits on ssa.gov or call the Social Security Administration directly to confirm eligibility from that perspective. This first step is all about making sure SSDI is the right fit for you. Next up, get your paperwork ready. You'll need medical records to prove your disability. Think doctor's notes, test results, hospital records, and any of your treatment history. Be detailed when submitting the application. List all conditions that impact your ability to function on your application, even if they seem minor, because they can add up and play together to be completely work preclusive. You'll also want to have information about your work history for the last 5 years, including the dates of employment and the job duties. For older workers, the Social Security Administration does pay close attention to whether or not you can return to your past work or adapt to new jobs with specific requirements, so clear records and detailed explanations of job can really help. As a tip, organize everything that you have before you start the application process, because that can really help to save you time and stress in the long run. Now it's time to apply. You can go to ssa.gov where you fill out the SSDI application online. It's actually pretty user-friendly and lets you save your progress throughout, as long as you remember to write down and save the reentry number that it gives you at the beginning of the application, as well as when you click Save and Exit. If you prefer to talk to somebody, you can call the Social Security Administration directly and either schedule a telephonic application or schedule a time to go to your local office in person to submit the application. When submitting the application, no matter how you do it, the same information is required each way. You'll input your medical details, your work history, your personal information. If you're submitting it online, double check everything before submitting, as missing some of the information can sometimes cause delays. The application process does typically take at least 4 to 8 months or longer, so patience is really important. After applying, the Social Security Administration will review your case. As long as you apply for the correct program, meaning you have the requisite work requirement history under SSDI, or you have limited income and resources under SSI, the Social Security Administration will then move to review your disability. They will often send it to a state agency for evaluation. While there, they might ask for more medical information or schedule you for a consultative exam. Don't worry, that is normal. Respond quickly to any requests by the Social Security Administration to keep things moving. If approved, you'll get monthly payments. For SSDI benefits in 2026, the average is around $1,630 per month. But remember, your specific amount is based on your lifetime earnings history. Plus, with SSDI, you become Medicare eligible 2 years after you're eligible for SSDI benefits. Most importantly, if you get denied, don't give up. Many older workers can win on appeal. Requesting reconsideration within 60 days of that denial and considering getting help from a lawyer give you the best chance to ultimately win your benefits. Once approved, you will start receiving benefits. But there are a few things to know. Number one, SSDI does allow someone to engage in very limited part-time work without impacting the benefits, but you do want to make sure that you're careful and always keep the Social Security Administration in the loop about your work activity and your earnings. Additionally, the Social Security Administration may periodically review your claim to confirm that your disability continues. So it's important to keep seeing your doctors and keep your medical records updated. Once you hit full retirement age, SSDI benefits do seamlessly transition into retirement benefits, so that's helpful to help you plan ahead. Thanks so much for watching. If you're disabled and unable to work, click the scheduling link below or give us a call directly for a free consultation where we discuss your case and see what I can do to help you.